Ban Ki-moon, the Secretary-General of the United Nations, will arrive in Sri Lanka tomorrow, marking his second official visit to the island. This visit is being undertaken on an invitation extended by the government of Sri Lanka.
Following his arrival, the UN Secretary-General will meet Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. He will then call on President Maithripala Sirisena on the 1st of September. The UN Secretary-General will also travel to Galle on the 1st of September, where he will participate in an event under the theme Reconciliation and Coexistence, the Role of Youth. On September 2nd, Ban Ki-moon will travel to Jaffna, where he will meet the Governor of the Northern Province, Reginald Kure, leader of the opposition R. Sambandhan and members of the TNA, and visit a resettlement site. During the visit, the UN Secretary-General will also meet with several cabinet ministers, including Minister of Foreign Affairs Mangala Samaravira, Speaker Karujai Surya, and political party leaders, as well as civil society representatives. Incidentally, Newsfirst is the only electronic media organization in Sri Lanka to interview a Secretary-General of the United Nations in its 67-year history. Speaking exclusively to Newsfirst in 2012 in New York, this is what he had to say.
Mr. Secretary-General, you visited Sri Lanka following the end of the conflict in May 2009. It's been 3 years following the end of the conflict in Sri Lanka now. What are your observations now on Sri Lanka?
I'm encouraged that the Sri Lankan government has been trying to promote the reconciliation among the peoples, and at the same time I've been urging President Rajapaksa and Foreign Minister to do more because there are very important recommendations which was made by the lessons learned and national reconciliation. All these recommendations should be implemented without further delay. This is the expectation of the international community. Now, as President Rajapaksa was re-elected, he has a strong mandate. It's high time for him to exercise his political leadership to promote further the national reconciliation.
Mr. Secretary-General, do you see commitment from the part of the Sri Lankan government to ensure human rights and accountability in the country?
That's what I have been assured by the President Rajapaksa and the ministers. But at the same time, they should also know that there is a higher expectation from the international community.
Tomorrow's visit will be Ban Ki-moon's second visit to Sri Lanka. He toured the island in May 2009, immediately after the Sri Lankan government militarily defeated the LTTE, ending an almost 3-decade-old conflict.